Hey folks, I'm Red and this is my King Arthur channel. This is a free-to-play series and we have been playing now for 57 days. So you get another series of login rewards after the first 30 days and you get a legendary summoning ticket on day 60 as well. So that's pretty cool. Looking forward to that. I'll just give an update on where I am with the game. I've still really been enjoying it. There's a lot of progression that I'm still working on. Plane of Beasts, I'm at stage 10. Also with Burning Land, stage 10. The Aldry, I haven't really been pushing this, but I'm close to getting on stage 9. And the Shrine of Storms, I really haven't done much with at all. But I do have a team that I think will work, that I can push with. And this is a team that's a variation on the kind of the Djerit and Bulk team that that Stu with Stu Gaming has been showcasing a lot, and I'll show you that in a little bit and kind of talk about my variation. But I'll just go through the equipment dungeons. I'm at stage 8 still. I haven't really been able to push up to 9 or 10. I just need better sets of gear. Appalea I really haven't been working on much at all because I don't really need any of those sets. And Fortress of Arsellus I've just beaten with this team that I'll show you on stage 10. It's a bit of a long fight, but with my gear, with my setup, it is what it is. The Forbidden Dungeon, I've been using the same team or a variation of it to push up through up to stage 80, and I think I should be able to beat it. I've actually been using this team a bit more because of Gillian's turn meter reduction and Merlin's freeze, and then turn meter reduction from Morgan and then Sergius to kind of boost everyone. But I think I need to get him a bit faster. I've just upgraded his awakening to 3 so I can give him an orb to make him faster, and that's really been helping out with a lot of this. For Master of Death, I have beaten stage 9. I haven't quite beaten stage 10. At least I can't farm it. And for Crom, I haven't pushed up much at all. I haven't been upgrading those artifact skills much at all. So, or relics, sorry. Yeah, so kind of that's what I've been working on. I've also been playing around with this event dungeon, and so this is kind of where I'll show you my team. So I've actually pushed up past domain 8. So here I use this team, and this is kind of the team that's a variation of the turn meter reduction strategy, or rather the attack gauge boosting strategy. And what makes this work is Sergius has a boost on his relic here. So his flame relic, Sergius you get from the shop, the Colosseum shop, arena shop, so worth saving up for. He and another legendary, that's the only way you can get them. They're not in the pool for pulling. And the flame relic is one that you get from the clan shop. So you can get the flame relic from there. And then this third skill recharges all allies' attack gauge by 40%. Now, ideally you want this skilled up, so it's 60%, and this is what most of the kind of end game or close to end game players are using. So 60% recharge with a really fast Sergius means he can basically keep all the other mobs from him with Morgan from going at all. So that's quite cool. I've only got it at 40%. So what I'm doing is I'm using him with Djerit, and Djerit on his passive here, you fully skill this up, and he does a 60% attack gauge increase. So 60% plus 40% is 100%. Now this only works if he has an effect accuracy increase, 2 or more, all right, on him. And so how do you get that? Well, you use this hero called Bulk. And notice he's only level 20 for me, and I haven't maxed his passives because his relic is really where it's at. And any of these relics, basically they all have the same skill. On the A2, you have a chance to grant all allies effect accuracy increase 100%. And I've skilled this up, managed to, fortunately, so I get 3 turns of effect accuracy increase. All right, so you make your bulk a little bit fast. So he's 169 speed for me. And as long as he's faster than your Djerit, 166 speed here for me, then he will put up that effect accuracy increase. Djerit will have it on, and that will activate his turn meter boost or attack gauge increase for all the allies. So my Morgan, I actually have 2 builds here. This one has a bit more speed, 187 speed, and a bit more accuracy, so almost 60% effect accuracy. But then this other build is built for damage, so it's almost 3,500 attack. Doesn't need to be fast at all, and just needs a bit of crit rate to get damage. So this is what I'm using in Fortress of Arsellus, and Morgan is my only damage dealer in there. And it works. It's not, you know, the best setup or the fastest, but it works. Now, the reason she doesn't actually need to be fast, if you have a decently fast Sergius, mine is 206, but I was running him without this orb because I didn't have him fully awakened to level 3, and he was at 186 speed, and that's actually enough for a lot of content. Once I hit that next stage, I had to give him more speed, and so that's what I did. So 206 speed is enough to fight these. Well, it was 186 speed was enough to fight these mobs, and then for this one, I needed him to be a bit faster. So I'll show you this, and I think I may need my Morgan to actually be in this damage build for this one. So let me check that. Let me try that. Now everyone is in bigger sets, and that's one of the ways that this can work. So everyone's doing their skill 2 except for Sergius, who's doing his skill 3. And let's see if this works. And I'll just kind of explain how, why I have them in this order, why I'm not using the leader aura. Okay, so Sergius does his big move right there. Okay, and he boosts everyone's turn meter by 40%, and everyone else is going fast enough that so Djerit is, you know, over 150 speed, and so is Bulk. And so they're able to then get the next turn. Now, when the turn meter bar is filled completely, then the heroes that you have go in order of where they are in that position. Okay, so Bulk will go first, followed by Djerit, followed by Morgan, followed by what's his name? Okay. So that's kind of how the turn meter works. All right, now I will let this run, and you see that Bulk puts up his effect accuracy, then Djerit does his turn meter boosting, and then he also puts up this crit rate boost, and then Morgan does her A2, and she knocks back everyone's turn meter. Okay, now Bulk then goes, and you notice he's got 2 stacks of effect accuracy, and this is why, so Morgan basically is getting her turn meter boosted by 40% and then 60%, so she's at 100%. She doesn't need to be fast. She can be built for damage as she is, and then she gets these attack effect accuracy boosts twice, and so she doesn't really need a whole lot of effect accuracy in this dungeon. There are dungeons where you need more effect accuracy, in order to make this work, to make those debuffs and the turn meter reductions stick. So here we go again. So we've got our 400 boost. So it's 40%, which is out of 1,000. So that's 400. And then Djerit does his move. So we're basically just knocking back everyone's turn meter and using Morgan for damage. Now, since they keep having their turns and they're relatively quick, you end up with some situations where you kind of run out of time. Either the fight goes too long, over 15 minutes, or you run out of turns. So in Forbidden Dungeon, for example, you have to kill all the mobs within, I think, 150 or 200 turns. Otherwise, you lose. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, notice these heroes are not getting their turn meters knocked back quite enough, and so this is something that you kind of have to play around with in terms of the stats that you have on your various heroes. And notice also that Morgan died. Okay, so this is due to some of the passive skills that these mobs have. So you kind of have to play around with this, and I'll probably just redo this and maybe try the other build that I have for Morgan. So let's see if we can make that work. So put her in this other build here, also vigor, but with a bit more accuracy. So hopefully that will work better, and she'll be able to survive. Now, I do have her almost fully skilled, and if I could get this last skill book in there, then that would be amazing. I just don't have quite the resources to do so. So as you can see, I need a few more, and this is the last skill up that she needs to be fully skilled in terms of her passive or passives. And then I also need to upgrade her relic. So you can see I've only got one skill book into here, and that's not really where I want it. I really want to get this second skill fully maxed in order to make her really, really effective. And yeah, her along with Sergius maybe will be able to do some really, really cool stuff. So yeah, let me just try running this again and see how it goes. Okay, so I will let this run, and hopefully it'll work, and I'll come back in a little bit. Okay, so I'm back, and that was kind of a crazy fight. Sentinel's Domain 9, using this team. There was a lot of RNG, and I had to manual a bit because I needed a few more hits from Sergius. Basically, with this particular level, you have a couple of warriors and a noble and a spell sword. And this noble, the passive is that they have a 20% chance to counterattack when anyone on the team is hit. So whenever my Morgan was doing her hits, there was a chance that she'd get hit back. And I don't have any healing on this team, so she could only take 3 hits, basically. So I needed a bit more damage from Sergius, and so I had to manual and get him to hit a few times so that he could do some damage, and we could get enough good RNG that we wouldn't get enough counterattacks before we got that one mob down. So yeah, so that's cool. So that got me through there. And that's basically how the team works. Just keep knocking back the turn meter and boosting our attack gauge and getting enough damage to clear the level. So like as I said, in Forbidden Dungeon, it doesn't work quite as well because you have a turn limit that's a little bit lower than other places. So if we go to Arsellus, I'll just show you this run, and I might actually just let it play kind of in the background after I've done the after I've kind of showed you the team again. So yeah, so here's the team. I'll have to change her gear to the damage set here, and this will give me all that attack, so 3,300 attack. And I did it without the Sergius speed here. So I did it without the orb. I had 186 speed or so and was able to clear it, but of course more speed is better. So let me see if I can run this. The one issue with this particular fight is that when you're doing it, there's a chance that one of these dragons in the first level, let's see, wave 1 here, they have a chance to get this damage immunity. If one of the mobs, or if one of them dies, then the others can get damage immunity, and then you're stuck because the turn meter keeps going down. This is a bug that they're going to fix, but they haven't patched it yet. So at the moment, there's kind of no way to auto this without getting stuck in the loop. So let me see if I can just do it though, and yeah, I will get this going, and again, kind of turn myself off and let you guys see the battle. So I've shown you the stats before, and I think I'll leave it at that. And yeah, hopefully this is helpful for you. Another kind of way to get through various content using turn meter boosting, using kind of the base level Sergius. His relic is not upgraded at all, except for that one kind of damage boost. I was trying to get it into the 3rd skill and I couldn't. So yeah, and then you should be investing in Morgan because she's amazing. So definitely try and get her fully skilled up. And her relic could use some skilling as well. So these are kind of the lower stat requirements that you need for clearing this kind of content. So yeah, so I'll turn my screen off and let you watch this run. And hopefully I don't get stuck. If I do, I'll just edit that part out. So yeah, good luck. Thank you very much for watching. Do like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.